Frankie was a good girl, everybody knows. But she paid $100 for Albert's suit of clothes. He's a man, and he done her wrong. This is one of my favorite songs of Mississippi John Hurt's to play. Frankie, it's his version of the Frankie and Johnny theme. Frankie and Albert in this case. So it's an open G tuning, sometimes referred to as Spanish tuning. So the low E string is tuned down to D. The A string is tuned down to G, and the high E string is tuned down to D. The way I do that is I take the E and I tune it down until it's the octave of this D string here. Take that A string and tune it down to G, so it's the octave of that. Take that high E string and tune it down until it's the octave of that, and you've got your open G. Some common chords in open G tuning would be, of course, the 1, and then that's the 4 chord, and that appears in Frankie. And then the other one is the 5 chord. It's the 2nd fret of that G string, what would have been the A string, and the 2nd fret of the G string there. And that appears in Frankie as well. So let me just share it. It's just a really fascinating and simple arrangement. I'm not saying it's necessarily easy to play, but it's pretty straightforward. A couple things you want to do first is just get that thumb going, as always. And then a real rhythmic pulse of it is that he's putting his finger on and off that 2nd fret of that D string. So I'm doing that. Kind of get that going. That's kind of like if it was a piano player, it'd be the left hand. And now the main riff. So that's just sliding from the 2nd fret to the 4th fret on the G string, 3rd string up from the floor. 2nd fret of the D string, the high D string. You see, it's that simple John Hurt thing where he's playing the same notes, but they're syncopated. So it's. Then the next time through, he goes up and he grabs that 5th fret of that high D string. Back to that pulse. In this case, he's just sliding up to the 4 chord. And what he's doing is he's got these barred, these top 5 strings barred, and then he's using the 3rd finger and the pinky finger to play the 7th and the 8th fret of that top string. Again, just kind of basic John Hurt syncopated type moves. As I've said in some of the other tutorials, is you get some of those John Hurt moves in your fingers, and then you find that even though the notes you're playing are different, it's just a common way that he'll play. And it makes it easier the more songs you learn, I think. So that's worth just practicing over and over. Just get the timing of that. Then just the G string, similar to that other main riff that we did earlier. It's ending up on the 5 chord, and so you 2nd fret of the 3rd string and 5th string. That's pretty much the whole thing. Frankie was a good girl, everybody knows. She paid $100 for Albert's suit of